When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cornhuskers will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will get the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play, didn't gain any yards, but that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Quickly complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. Going for 6. Touchdown, Nebraska! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Huskers! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And off to Jones. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Badgers will call on their punt team. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll try the left side. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Gets it to him on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Makes the grab. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo. They'll give it to him again. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. The Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. He makes the grab. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the... He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Badgers decide to punt it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Turns it on in midfield.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision...
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Raiola. He's got it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Finds the tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the handoff. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. On the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here we go. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He got it.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Raiola. Throws for the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open on the left. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the Heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Hauls it in. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Cook. After the filthy move, he's got room. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It's on target and complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Using the quick game. Into the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
And the Badgers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Quick strike complete. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Pulled and fired complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got out of trouble and throws. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
To the ground with the back. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Hunt. Looking for room at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Ineligible receiver, downfield,
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Give to the running back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Husker. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Badgers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll be content with the field position. The fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll ride the hot hand. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football and keep running the clock.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet. They can't run it. They can't throw it consistently. This defense is definitely reminiscent of those great Nebraska black shirt defenses of the past.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They punt it away on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
The option look. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. And the quarterback takes a knee. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.